Supermac! Malcolm, it wasn't the 4-0 scoreline that you hoped for, or the 2-0 scoreline I hoped for, but 0-0 sees Newcastle United back in the Champions League for the first time in 20 years. How do you feel?
Well, I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing the European football next season, I have to say. But, you know, we've been desperate for so long for a clean sheet. We get it to get the score at the other end, for heaven's sake. Yeah, that's not the kind of performance tonight that will get you anywhere in the Champions League. Funnily enough, I've just been talking with Mick Tate, who's on the staff at Newcastle, and he's partially responsible for scouting new players, and he's been going all over Europe these last few months, and we really do have to bring in some big numbers to truly compete in Europe, and I'm not sure that we're going to be allowed to bring in what we need. And so it's going to be an interesting season, but a bloody difficult one next year. Bloody difficult.
Elliot Anderson, we've talked about him. Would he get his chance? Through injuries tonight, he did. I personally thought he did very well tonight in a tough game. He certainly got a little bit of a knock in the second half, which affected him. But all in all, the signs of a really good player and a good local player in their mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I thought he did very well. Really, no mistakes at all. Didn't get caught in possession. I thought he coped with the whole situation exceedingly well. It was just not a good night for the team in general. And if they had played a lot better, I think we would have seen a lot more of Anderson. But he certainly didn't let himself or anybody else down. And he's going to make a good player. He will be a good player, that I'm sure. I just wanted somebody to take somebody on, take a defender on tonight and whip in a shot. And or maybe I should give the credit to Leicester for not allowing the space for that to happen over the 90 minutes.
Yeah, 5 at the back for Leicester. They really did do well. They're fighting for their lives. They've given themselves a chance on the last day, and we'll see what happens with them. We've been linked many times, the last 3 transfer windows, with James Maddison. They left him on the bench tonight, and when he came on, he didn't really cover himself in glory, did he?
No, he didn't. I'm always very suspicious about when a side is in the relegation area, looking as if they're going to go down. I'm always very nervous about looking to buy a player from that club. Yeah, and we did it with Jamal Lewis. And you're saying Jamal who? Yeah, because I've forgotten him already as well. It really doesn't work because they're so low in confidence that coming to a side like Newcastle, where everybody is absolutely brimful, they're just not on the same level, they're not on the same wavelength, not even on the same planet. So I'd be very careful about Maddison, because also what happens when they're down the bottom, their fitness drops, it plummets, and so it can take a very long time to get somebody back up to fitness after losing it over 9 months.
The sign of a good goalkeeper is when he has nothing to do for 89 minutes, he has to pull off a save. What a save that was from Nick Pope. That was as good as a goal tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was an absolutely fantastic save. And as you rightly say, he's had next to nothing to do. That is the sign of a really great goalkeeper. And well done to Nick Pope, and also well done to the defender who followed it in and got the clearance away. Wouldn't it have been a bit embarrassing last couple of minutes for Leicester to score? So well done. on that. I'm keeping a clean sheet in the end. I found it quite frustrating to watch the game. But I suppose the fact is that we got the point that's necessary and we've got to where we want to be.
We got to the Carabao Cup final, we lost it, had that little blip in our form, we lost that 2-0. Has this qualifying for the Champions League gone a little way to making up for that, do you think, in the grand scheme of things?
I think so, yes. If you talk with people connected to the club, you know, off the record they're sort of saying we've really got there a bit too early. You know, they're not saying it through fear or disappointment or anything like that. They're just saying that usually you take 2 or 3 years to build up. We've done it all in 12 months, which is quite incredible, it's been a real feat on behalf of Eddie Howe and his coaching staff and the scouting staff, and so and the players, of course, have done tremendously. But it's come very quickly. When you think about Man City, they can put out 2 comparable sides pretty much. Arsenal can do the same. Newcastle, they can put out a first team, and then they've got about 3 or 4 other players who are up to scratch. But that's about it.
We talked pre-match about war flags and the displays that were put on this season. They've been absolutely fantastic. What did you make of that one tonight? Walking out into the stand, seeing all those flags from quarter to eight, the big surfer flag going up. You know, it's a self-funded exercise by the supporters. The club at times have helped this year, but it was amazing that tonight, wasn't it? I've never seen anything like that.
It really was amazing, and no, I've never quite seen anything like it. And everybody so wants to take part in it all, and I thought it absolutely fantastic. By heavens, it must have impressed the Leicester players, that's for sure. And we're going to have many more nights like that come next season. Of that I'm absolutely convinced. We're going to have some fantastic nights next season.
As the players did the lap of honour, and the players were waving to people in the crowd, is there anybody who you think is waving there for the last time?
Not from the immediate side that played tonight and the people that came on, no. But there were 3 or 4 subs who I doubt very much will be at the club next season. Jamal Lewis for one, and I think that there are others who haven't really featured at all in the first team this season, despite being on the bench tonight. And I think they'll be on their way, and make room for the numbers that are coming in. And we've got to look to really seriously improve that level that's just outside the first team.
Anthony Gordon got a little run out at the end of the game. Eddie Howe in his press conference this week said that he can't wait to work with Anthony Gordon in the pre-season because there's a lot more to come. How important is he going to be next season?
Well, yes, he's going to be an important player, but he's got to get his fitness level right up. It's nowhere near at the moment. And this is what I was saying earlier on about being with a side that's in the relegation fight, that it's a scrap, but you're losing your fitness all the while. You're not playing a free-flowing game of football like Newcastle play. And so he looks to me as if he's got to seriously strengthen up and lift his fitness. So if I were Eddie Howe, I would get the lad in and work him all through the summer. And then hopefully he'll be up to scratch for the start of next season. We know that he's got a huge talent, a lot of skill, but he does need fitness to get the best out of him.
Okay, before we get the DJ on, to come and play us out. We just want to say, Malcolm and myself, big thank you to the bar staff, to the management, to the door staff, to the girls who sell the shots, to the promotion team and everybody involved in the Dog and Parrot. It's been a fantastic season. We've thoroughly enjoyed entertaining you guys. But we want to thank you massively for your support. Every week you've come, you've supported us. I know Malcolm feels the same. Malcolm, you want to say a couple of words?
Yeah, we come along here for a while before and a while after. But these guys, by heavens, they really look after us and they look after you. And so we are well supported in that, and I'll add to the thanks to them. And also to, it's a great little venue, it's this fantastic venue. Thanks for the atmosphere that you bring here, all of you. It's absolutely terrific, and thoroughly enjoyed it over the season, and let's hope that we can make it even better next.
The good news is we'll be back next season, to take care. See you all then. Love you loads.
All right.